Hello, everybody! Welcome to another fine episode of Who's That Anime with your hosts Steve and Colin, and we're
Hello.
going down the rabbit hole, which is Steins Gate Zero, because that seems like a good idea.
Such a rabbit hole.
Such a rabbit hole; it goes everywhere. It's like
Sure does.
trying to keep track of that white rabbit man and his
It's
pocket
a,
watch.
a deep, deep rabbit hole.
So, like talking about that, I just made a connection. Do you think Mayuri is the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland?
Follow the white rabbit and see how far this rabbit hole goes. Maybe.
Because she's got like the pocket watch, and you think Okabe is meant to be the Mad Hatter because he's insane, and Kurusu,
Interesting analogy.
and Kurusu is like Alice.
So here's the question: do you know why Mad Hatter is called Mad Hatter?
He wears a hat
But the phrase "mad as a hatter," do you know where that comes from?
because people used to sniff the glue from the hats.
Close.
They're intoxicated by the smell of the hats.
They were definitely intoxicated by the hats.
All right, go on, Tommy. Explain.
I think to my knowledge, essentially so what is it? A milliner? Is that what a hat person is called? Person who makes hats.
I don't know. All I remember is Odd Job, and that's not a hat. That's not a hat. That's a shoe. Who throws a shoe?
Who throws a shoe? So yeah, a milliner.
Mhm.
A milliner, I believe, is a hat maker, and they use mercury, or used to use mercury.
All right, yep. I'm kind of
Uh,
remembering this now.
yeah, and basically slowly rotted their brains.
Yeah, by wearing the hats or just making the hats.
No, I think it's during the process of making them. I'm not sure what part, but like there's a mercury vapor or something like that
Yep,
that
that
they would inhale.
sounds like a thing that we would do. Why not?
I also found out that there's like a poison. I found out like one of those Reddit threads of name a fact that if you sell someone, you automatically sound crazy. And it was apparently that there's a poison that you could inhale and not notice, and then within 24 hours you would start to develop holes in your brain.
Oh, nice. What poison's that?
I think it was like MBNT or something like that. It was like 4 letters. Pretty sure the first one was M.
Cool. Just like the K2165.
Yes.
Or whatever the number was. Anyway.
What's it called? I can't find it.
Cumbernauld.
My search history is worrying. Let's let's move on.
Is that because you look like a crazy terrorist?
It's right now. I've like just the last two things I've googled is like mercury poisoning and 24-hour brain hole poison.
I mean, it's only two results, man.
It is.
You just done
We'll
the.
see. We'll see.
Just
See
on
who comes knocking.
a low tier watch list now. That's all.
Just a little watch list.
There's a guy. There was a amusement guy that was lived near Stirling, and he got interested in the whole kind of like not like like it was turned or anything, and looking into the Al Qaeda type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But of course he got interested, so he started searching stuff on
Oh no.
Google and stuff like that, and lo and behold, the police turned up to his door, but they managed to convince. Lucky it was in this country. They managed to convince the authorities that he was just an idiot.
I think that's going to be my argument.
He's just an
No,
idiot and got
I'm
curious.
I'm just stupid.
Well, don't look up The Jolly Roger cookbook, is it?
Anarchist's Cookbook. Yeah,
Yeah. Was that also called
that's.
Jolly
I
Rogers?
think it's something like. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't look that up. That gets you arrested. Um, or at least put on a watch list for sure.
Not if you search for it incognito.
Um, no. Incognito just wipes your history, browser history. Nothing
Shit.
doesn't stop your IP spying on you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sorry, do it on VPN.
That's a bit better. It's not. It's not as secure as everyone says.
Download Tor browser and use the dark web. No, God, actually, no, don't do that. This is bad advice. Don't do
Don't.
that.
Oh my god, man, we're getting shut down. I mean,
Well,
Tor.
we're gonna get a new domain name. Is who's the anime.onion.
Yeah. Anyway, Tor's not terribly. Like, it's probably a lot more secure and less trackable
Oh, totally.
than the normal way.
Like now, I'm sure it's also fairly legit. It's just that it still has that connection to the part of the web that's not indexed.
Yeah, it's legit to a degree. Anyway, once again, it'll probably get you on a watch list.
Yeah, probably. I did download the Tor browser a long time ago and have a muck around with it.
Yeah, I've not even done that.
The
Anyway,
things you do.
I mean, this is a good start for the series because this is actually on topic for once.
Relatively so, about
Well,
being monitored while being on the web.
on conspiracy
Yeah.
theories and
Yeah.
illegal, illicit things that you shouldn't be looking at, like time travel. Apparently,
Yep.
CERN will get you for time travel.
So, as we left off, Kagari, who is the missing girl that they've been looking for,
Uh-huh.
has arrived at the lab and has passed out.
Yeah, she passed out. So, question: what
Shoot.
episode's this?
Episode 6.
What's the title?
Eclipse of Orbital Ordering, the Orbital Eclipse.
There we go. Okay, we can start talking now.
Eclipse of Orbital Ordering, the Orbital Eclipse. It's like a, I don't know, it's like a mathcore band's album or something like that.
That's my band's name. Shut up.
Yeah. So, we pick up where we left off, where she had passed out. She's now conscious and sort of being consoled by Mayuri.
No. Miri,
No?
Miri leaves the.
Oh, she left. Shit.
She goes and shopping with her.
That's right.
Who goes with her? Oh, Ruka, and it's just
Ruka.
Suzuha and Okabe talking to her,
Okabe. You're right. Sorry.
and they're like, "Oh, I don't remember shit," and he's like, "What about saying the name? Oh, that kind of brings back familiar. And that person that was here. You mean Mayuri? Yeah, she kind of reminds me of something."
Yeah. She kind of reminds me of something, maybe, I guess.
Yeah. She does say Mayuri took the long way to the shops, much to
Yes.
Ruka's
Consternation.
consternation. That's a word. You got like one of those diaries that comes out with like, here's the word of the day.
No, I just like the English language. So
I don't.
there's something in this that I didn't like.
Oh. In what way?
Well, Mayuri offers. She goes to the shops with Ruka, which is
Mhm.
fine. But Mayuri is sort of just ignoring Ruka. Not like completely blanking, but just not really listening. And there's something in the way that Mayuri, as Ruka says, like, that's not the right way. That's the long way, right? And
Yeah.
it's just something really stuck with me about that. Like that Mayuri was doing this because that what was happening was bothering her.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, at the same time as we kind of touched on this a bit later in the next episode
Mm.
about it. It is brought to the attention of the viewers rather than just an off-putting in the first this scene. It's like, oh, that's a bit weird. She's like totally rubbering things and doing things. I think Mayuri knows a lot more
And
than
she's
what
letting on.
she lets on, and I think it's down to the fact that like during the first season, the original Steins Gate, where she was always like, "Oh, this is me from many places, me type people. This is
Yeah.
the start of the universe, uh, and I know I'm the real me, but there's many
Mm.
me's around here and stuff like that." And she has some weird psychological, psychological, yeah,
Maybe.
kind of thoughts, psychology,
Yeah.
yeah, thoughts on the world and how it transgresses. And then this one here is telling a different story. Yeah, so I think she's kind of leaving Ruka in the dark because she knows kind of that's how Okabe would want it, in a way.
Yeah, I just read that a bit differently.
Yeah, it does seem a bit messed up at this point, but I think it's explained in the next episode
Oh, I mean, I
to a
don't
degree,
know.
and I think it
I
might.
think the idea of yet another woman coming into Okabe's life and him becoming so invested in this woman so quickly, I think is getting to her. I think.
All right. Oh, so you think it's going to be like a shuffle deal
I don't know. To me
or a
it just
skill
sort of
days
feels
deal?
like no. Oh God, I hope not. It's just I think like so often in the show we've mentioned like that kind of is it just brother sister sort of sibling relationship or is there more to it than that? Uh, and now I think like to me this is like one of the kind of proper cracks. I don't know why like it just stood out to me.
Yeah, I think that they're certainly mixing that relationship up in this
Yeah.
series. That's for sure. And I don't know. I think it goes. It'll come out of the woodwork eventually because it has been hinted on
Yeah.
for a reason in the next episode. But so they do the shopping. They have a wee discussion with Koizumi
No. It's 3 shows ago.
3 shows ago. Koizumi. That's Koizumi. Oh shit!
Isn't
That's
that it's a Haruhi?
Haruki.
Isn't that the Esper
Yeah,
from Haruhi?
I think that's 4 shows ago, man.
Yeah, actually, shit, you're right. It was 4 shows ago.
Sensei. Uh,
Cowboy Bebop, School Days,
oh
Lane.
no. Oh yeah, maybe it's only 3.
Oh no, it is 3 shows ago. Yeah, okay.
No. Well, this is season 7 or 8.
Yeah, Haruhi was season 3.
That's true. Anyway, many minutes ago, like last year,
Yeah, yeah.
literally a year ago. Anyway, so yeah, so they're talking to the new lass who looks like oh fuck, Carissa
Uh, yeah, Kagari.
Kagari, yeah,
Yeah,
and they talk about it and stuff. It's just basically she doesn't remember much, but she
yep.
feels comfortable with Mayuri, and she doesn't know
Yeah,
why.
yeah, she forms it. They're clearly forming a bond, and is this the bit where like Kaguri's talking about, like, being worried about being alone and not knowing what to do, and Mayuri's like, no, it's okay, I'm here, and
Yeah,
like there's more people here to look after you and worry about you than you know of, and they're all sort of just stood there kind of going, haha.
yeah, pretty much. Ruka is certainly looking for a belonging in the team because she goes,
Yes.
yes, I'm definitely here to help you out.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, for sure.
And then so that kind of ends, and then I think it goes on to a text about they're going to hold a ceremony at New Year's
Yeah,
at
at
the
Shrine.
shrine,
Yep,
invite
that's right.
Maho over.
Yeah. Mayuri invites Maho.
Yeah, but does she then text Okabe about
About Maho as well.
yeah, does he also text and say he wants to talk about
Yeah,
the
she
AI?
text. Yeah. Maho texts Okabe saying we need to talk about Amadeus.
Ah, she needs to text that. Right. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm
And
pretty sure it's Mayuri invites Maho to the shrine party.
well, it certainly seems to be what's implied. Um, so then I think it cuts to the next day. I think. Is there anything else?
What? Because they do the whole shrine maiden. Wait, is
Yeah.
that day?
No, I think that's the next day.
The next day. I just remember them all. I don't know if it is the next day or not. All I remember is them coming out into the street and going, "Oh, that's right, Happy New Year," and then everyone bowing.
Yeah, but there was a bit where Okabe and Daru wasn't allowed upstairs into the lab by Mr. Braun. He was like, hey, you ain't getting up there. Oh, it's New Year's. We should get up
Why
there.
was that?
Oh, it was because I think the girls were getting Nai dressed up in her Komodo.
I don't like whatever it was that just didn't register with me at all, and I was like, have I missed something? Did they get evicted?
Uh, no, it was kind of abrupt, and it's like you're not allowed up there. And it's like what? And then like after them arguing, go on, it's our lab. We should be able to get up there. No, I don't let you up there.
Yeah,
And then Nai comes out with her
they come
Komodo
downstairs.
to all the
That's right.
girls, and it's like what? What? Happy New Year.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
And Mr. Braun isn't going with him. He's got other shit to do.
No, he's got wink, wink stuff to do. Wink, wink.
Yep.
Definitely doesn't sound suspicious on New Year's Eve. Wink,
No.
wink.
Yeah. No suspicion there. So he's
We
off.
definitely he's definitely not a bad guy. Maybe again.
Well, definitely not. Maybe.
Ah,
It's getting there. So then they head off to the shrine and says,
yep.
"Sorry, Mayuri's actually been a shrine maiden. We got her a call last minute to be a shrine maiden.
Yep.
And even though she's invited you, Maho, uh, and then start talking, and then um, Suzuha's mum interrupts and goes,
Yes.
"Oh, hey, yeah." Oh no, it was or the kid. One of my friends goes, "Oh yeah, so all right, is it right you're into II?" She says, "No, not II,
Not
AI,
monkeys.
not lemurs. Lemurs, man."
Not lemur. It's yeah. Oh my god. I is the name of the monkey from Super Monkey Ball.
Oh, is it? It's the
Yeah.
I don't know if II is lemur in Japanese or something. Then who knows? Maybe it
It's
is.
very good though. I did like that comment. It's said with
Yeah,
such disdain.
not lemurs. Yeah, and then it's
No.
like, and then Dara's mum chips in and goes, "Oh yeah, yeah. No, I like AI."
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait, what? I thought she was just some weird cosplay chick."
Definitely not suspicious at all.
Not suspicious at all now. I mean, to be honest, it was played off well where it wasn't suspicious. It was
It
like,
was. It's definitely suspicious in hindsight.
oh, in hindsight, yeah. I mean, we don't know yet.
Well, we should note that part of the reason she's speaking up is to tell that everyone, as you said, like, oh, well, I can't come. I got a shift.
Oh no, not
So
yet, not yet.
is that not that bit?
No, they do the shrine. So they go to the shrine.
Oh yeah, that's right. They go to the shrine and they see Mayuri and
Roka.
Ruka all dressed up.
Suzuha.
Suzuha
And
as well.
what's her name? The new chick.
Kagari.
Gary, yeah.
Kagari.
Or the new
Kagari?
girl, I should say. Or
Yeah.
I assume using the word chick is derogatory, and I apologize. Anyway,
It's all right. There has to be. I think there has to be some serious intent to be derogatory for it to be so impactful. I think you'd be okay.
you never know with people.
No, that's fair.
Anyway, so, well, maybe that's how we get to fame.
I really don't want that to be the way I get famous.
Negative fame.
It's just for being a terrible, terrible misogynist.
Hardly a misogynist. I mean, well, we're watching anime, so it's too late for that, man.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's.
Well,
it's
the
not
shit
great.
that we've watched so far. Golden
Yeah.
Boy.
To be fair though, like,
School
okay,
Days.
Golden Boy, not great. School Days, I don't know if that's misogyn. Okay, that's terribly misogynistic.
Yeah, it is.
But
He
the
sleeps with
girl,
all the girls in the school.
but the girl wins.
I mean, sort
She
of.
maybe wins. She does win, kind of.
She literally tears open. Well, one stabs him to death,
Yep.
and
And
then
murders the other competition.
no, one stabs him to death, and then the other one chops his head off and puts it in a bag, and then murders the one that stabbed him to death, and then
Yeah.
cut her open to see if she was pregnant or not. Pretty grim.
God, that last episode is just so such a fucking wild ride.
It
And
is.
do you know, I don't hate it. I don't hate that that's how it went. It's still shocking to me that that's how that goes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's the only reason to watch School Days.
And she was lying.
About her pregnancy.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I mean, well, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe she's had a misconception or something, I don't know.
Oh my god, it's just so fucked up. So fucked up. Anyway,
Maybe she'd watch Shuffle.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure if we should.
It's another harm anime. Essentially.
Oh, Lane is pretty
Tame?
positive on women.
I suppose it's positive women, and it's not overtly.
Nothing's overtly sexualized in that one.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing since she's only
They're
what,
schoolgirls.
13.
Yeah. And yet going to clubs.
Didn't you go to a club when you were 13?
I did not. And I grew up on the west coast of Scotland, where I probably could have.
I mean, I'm pretty sure people in Dundee did the same. It had a good name for itself, as I believe it was the highest teenage pregnancy city of Europe at one
It was
point.
the teenage pregnancy capital of Europe.
Yep, there you go.
Is that not still the same?
I don't know. I don't know where you find that information out. It was just some.
I mean, I'm gonna Google it, and
the incognito on a VPN.
yeah.
Mate, don't do it in tar. No, that's bad. Don't do it.
Okay, so it doesn't look like it's us anymore because it looks like Romania and Bulgaria are high up on that.
I mean, I'm assuming they probably weren't far off before. So
They probably weren't classified as part. I don't know if they were part of the EU, although I guess they're part of Europe. So I don't know.
we're
I don't
not
know how it
part of
fucking works.
we're not part of EU anymore. So
Oh, maybe that's why it doesn't matter. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe.
maybe we're struck off that
I
list.
don't, I don't know if it's if it's in reference to the EU or if it's specifically to the European landmass or not. But yeah.
Or the fact that maybe they've only started taking the census now. Anyway, yeah. So they're doing the shrine,
Oh,
uh,
that's right.
and the professor appears late, and Mahal goes, "Ah, he's late," and then he appears and goes, "Ah, I'm here," and say, "Where's the shrine girls? I thought this might be a party." And it's like, "Yeah, they've finished for the day," and then he was like deflated, like. If it's any other anime, the guy would be like hunched over, carrying his shopping bags, and have like a big, kind of like
Loud.
cloudy slash black marks over his head.
And there would be a noise going. Wow.
Something like that, yeah. And his glorious assistant who you met last episode,
Judy Reyes.
yeah, she was there, and she gives the new girl the evil eye
As they're leaving.
as they're leaving. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Which I was like, oh, that kind of confirms some suspicions we had when we talked the last time.
yep.
Or not confirms suspicions, but certainly makes those suspicions more suspicious.
Suspicions more suspicious.
Yep.
Is that even a thing?
I do not know.
Can you have more suspicious suspicions?
Spicy suspicions.
Spicy submission suspicions.
Sure. There's a lot. I'm tongue twice. Let's move on. So yeah, they all then decide to head back to
The lab.
the lab to continue the celebrations, and this is when Suzuha's mum
Yeah.
is like, "Oh, I can't do it."
Yeah, I got a job. I got some work to do.
Yep.
Type thing. And then they're all having the party and having fun. And Maho shows off Amadeus to everyone in the lab.
Well, Amadeus calls her
Yeah.
in the middle of it all. Oh, should we not also say that the two cosplay friends leave the place to go and get tea because they go through it all?
Oh yeah, that's right. We ran out of tea. So yeah, the two Ryuri's friends, I think, cosplay friends.
Yeah, two cosplay friends. I wish I could remember their name, but I can't.
We'll go and get some tea. And then they meet Mr. Braun outside.
Yes.
And he goes, "Oh, hey, what's happening?" And he's like, "Oh, there's a party upstairs." "Oh, all right, I'll leave Nye up there. That's fine. That's cool. I'm happy with that. Just tell Okabe to send me a text when the party's ended, so I'll get Nye." It's like, okay. And then he spots a mysterious figure hiding around the corner. And then he brings out his cell phone or mobile in this country. And then the scene ends, and you're like, "Oh shit, he's back up to his old good." And then you go, "Wait, Nye's up there. She wouldn't do that. That's not right. It's a bit fucked up." And anyway,
but it goes back. It's back into the lab, and they're all kind of gathered round Amadeus, who has called called Maho in the middle of the party.
yeah.
And she's kind of introducing herself and telling everyone that she's an AI, and then is it Maho and
Okabe.
her? Maho and Okabe are like talking, and she's like, "Well, this must be really difficult for you. I'm sorry." And he's like, "No, it is difficult, but this is easier to move on." I think it was also nice for him to see other people interacting with her again, because we kind of get that brief flash of, rather than everyone looking at a phone, everyone looking at Kurisu.
Yeah.
Kurisu all like stood up, talking. So
with him in
it's
his
kind of
lab coat,
nice.
and
Yeah.
because earlier Maho was like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't be dealing with the AI. You know, it's not healthy for you and
Yep.
stuff. You should probably give it a like. We'll stop doing it once the holidays finish.
Yep.
And then um, the AI basically asks, "Oh, is Okabe there?"
Yep.
I was about to ask, "Is Okabe there?" but gets cut off at the end of the sentence.
And it
Uh,
cuts out.
and they're like, "Oh, what the hell's happened?" And then you hear the line, "Oh, my stopwatch is broken. I just found you." And then you're like,
Oh,
"Oh shit!"
it's
And then
so. My stomach properly dropped out at that because
yeah,
because like that is said with such kind of hurtful repetition in that first season. In the middle of it, it's like ad nauseum, and you're just like, I just can't
mhm,
hear that again because it's just she's gonna die again, and I can't do this again. And yeah,
yeah.
here we are in what is perceivably a better timeline. Um,
Wow, she's lasted longer. Anyway,
Another timeline.
yeah. So but at the same time, I was like, did she just say that, or did Okabe just kind of reminisce
He
that
imagined that,
that that,
surely.
that
Like
was happened? And then
I
you
was
get,
reading Steiner, no?
yeah, think so. I don't think she looked at it. Yeah, I think it was him imagining that, and then you're like, oh shit, it's going to get real. And then Susan's
Because
like,
someone's coming.
someone's coming, and he's like, oh fuck, and he's on the other side of the lab.
Oh. And then they arrive, people with guns
Yep,
and masks.
and masks, as to do, but better masks, not just some shitty
Yeah.
hockey masks that they had before. They weren't hockey masks; they
Well,
were similar Japanese mask. It kind of looks like a hockey mask. But
yeah.
they got like proper like lion faces and shit.
Oh yeah.
And then you get the
Uh,
slow, and there's a slow walk up the thing. Is they kind of like, yeah, everyone don't move, blah blah, and then they're all going, oh no, Okabe, and
yep.
Okabe's just basically breaking down in mental breakdown because it's all happening again in his head. And
We you've got the biker helmet,
yeah, the biker helmet appears around the door because
but the
she enters
we did
last.
miss a moment from earlier on
Uh-huh.
where Okabe continues to ask because he lets Moeka know that they've found Kagari,
Oh
but
yeah.
and encourages like texts her to say, "Hey, could you keep looking into the people who have been trying to find her?" And she's
Yeah.
like, "Yes."
Yeah. And then he's like, oh shit, she's here. Moika's
Yep.
here. She's betrayed us again.
Yep.
God damn it. God
I
damn it.
I thought that. I
Leo.
thought that
Leo.
for a while. Yeah, Leo, Leo. And I was like, "Oh no. Uh I can't believe she's done it again."
Yeah.
Um and then I started questioning it a little bit and I was like, maybe it's not her. Maybe that's too easy. And then I was like, "Oh, that Judy Reyes was given Kagari sort of the dirty looks earlier on. Maybe
Yeah.
it's her."
Maybe it's her. And maybe but like I say, it's the fact that Nai's still in the room and she's getting
Yeah.
accosted by this. Mr.
Yep.
Mr. Prong would never let that happen. He was
Nope.
100% wouldn't let that happen. Anyway, that's where the episode ends.
Yep. Uh,
With a
After us
gun.
having a conversation in the last one about how we're waiting for like that midway step up in the stakes,
Mhm.
and then it just fucking jumps off a cliff in this one.
Yeah. I should say that the helmet girl grabs Kagura,
Kagari.
Kaguri, um, and kind of holds a gun, and then one guy shoots the TV,
That's right.
to show you how serious it is, and
Well, does I think Mayuri like shouts for Okari to do something. He's like, "Be quiet!"
Yeah, you're going to die. You're going to get hurt.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, that's.
Would you rate it then?
Whoa, it's stepped up the tempo, man. Just like that song. Do. Was it Fatboy Slim?
Push the tempo.
Push the tempo. Push the tempo.
Push the tempo. Push the tempo. Yeah, that's the one.
It's done that. I'm going to give it a 9 because, yep, we were waiting for this, and there's so many people like just going ah and looking at things, and it's kind of like you kind of knew something's going down, and there's a lot of season where previous season it was like these people just break in and just shoot Mary for whatever reason. Oh yeah, we don't want her. She's no use to us.
Yeah, immediately it goes another direction, but with the same kind of circumstance. It's like shit. But yeah, I would agree. I think the tempo has been significantly pushed. This felt pretty good. And then that's a direct lead-in then to episode 7, which is Eclipse of Vibronic Transition. Vibronic Transition.
Eclipse.
Oh, it doesn't say Eclipse again. No.
Oh, is this just one Eclipse this time?
Eclipse of Vibronic Transition. Vibronic Transition. : Vibronic Transition.
Wait, 3 Vibronic Transitions?
No, sorry, that's too many. That's too many.
That's too many for anyone.
Yeah. But we, of course, are immediately back in the lab. The armed group are looking to take Kagari away. And then all of a sudden, well, actually, does he not? I'm sure you hear them utter something like K, like a number K2562 or something like that.
Yeah, you get like a directive sent to them. K2562. And
which
then
Mr. Braun overhears on the staircase.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. I thought they were talking to someone else because it kind of is like a bare arm. But then,
yeah,
and I think maybe Mayuri is at this point is saying to Okari, "You gotta do something, Okari." He's like, "I can't. You can't do anything. You'll get hurt." Type thing.
Yep.
And then Mr. Braun comes in and goes, "Hi, girls. Oh, what's all that racket up here? I told you to be quiet," and starts punching living daylights of the terrace at the door.
He straight up mauls them.
Yeah, mauls them.
Every
good.
last one of them.
Yeah.
And then Suzuha takes this moment to spring into action and charge down the leader with the bike helmet. Goes for a straight up big kick to the side of the head. And then, bam! Wrist comes up and blocks the hit. But of course, at that point, Kagari's been let go.
Yeah, and Okabe's now got her. But it should be said that Suzuha was going to leap up and actually do something before they broke in, but she was just too slow in that moment.
Yes.
Because she does reach behind her, but then she has a gun pointed at her, and it's like, well, I know I'm beat. Anyway, so she's now done the big attack. Mr. Braun's just wailing into the other guys, and he was like, "Don't you dare hurt my little girl," type thing.
Oh, he straight up murks every last one of them.
Yeah. And then they make a hasty retreat as they lost their high ground, as it were.
Yep. Suzuha chases after them and gets shot at a few times.
Yep. So she goes after the biker girl. And then Mr. Braun basically goes, "What the fuck's going on, Okabe?"
He's not overly happy.
No, that his little girl's got messed up in some shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. And then I think that cuts to the credits.
Yep. Oh no, wait. Is that the credits, or is it the bit where the two girls come back and it's like, "We brought the tea. Oh, why do you all look terrified? What happened to the TV?"
Pretty much, yeah. I think that's the bit it breaks the tension. Uh,
It's just because it's like, no, no, hang on, something's not right. Everyone's crying. What
y-
happened?
yeah. So those two, they weren't there, and one of them was oh, forgot to talk about how one of my Yuri's friends says that Daru is really perverted, and she should know.
Yeah, that's right.
More
There's
perverted than me
a lot of talk of that.
in the last episode.
Yeah.
Ian starts hitting on Suza, who then quite rightfully puts him in a headlock and tells him to
Yep.
put it.
Oh, I forgot about that. It's gross. It's so gross.
It's kind of funny. And then the
Hey,
mother figure goes, "Oh, you two are so well, go so well together."
yeah, it's like, no, no, they're a nightmare. Please don't let them speak to each other. But he, to Daru's credit, I feel he really redeems himself in the next two episodes we'll be talking about. So
Yeah,
in the next episode, but yeah, obviously, like time passes. It's the next day. They've kind of dispersed to the winds and protected different people. Kagari is with Ruka back at the shrine, being
and,
held. Yeah,
with Suza as well.
yeah, and the Maho is. I think she goes back to the hotel
No, she went
at this point.
She goes back to the office, I think.
She go back to the office.
Yeah, she's up in her office, I think, rather than her hotel.
Yes, you're right. Sorry, yeah, you're right. And you basically got everyone else having scattered back to their disparate places.
Yep.
And Okabe is going to go and talk to Mr. Braun.
Yeah, I think he has a wee talk with Daru first in an underpass about people getting to the places they got to.
Yes, well, yeah, the bit of exposition we've just given you is the conversation that he and Daru have, I think, yeah.
Basically, yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
Okabe goes and talks to Mr. Braun, and basically, now he's there watching TV, and then Okabe goes, right, here's the down low. I know you work for CERN. I know you're uh FB,
Yep.
and
I know
Molika's
you're in
your
charge of the Rounders.
yeah, and Molika's your lackey and stuff like that. And then he's like, "Oh, okay, because Mai goes, "Oh, why you look so serious now, Dad? I'm not serious."
I actually thought that was really good because she's there, the whole time. Okabe just spouts off what is perceivably nonsense to someone who may not understand this.
Yeah,
And yeah, the mood shifts really quickly, and she says, "Why do you look scary?" He's like, I don't look scary. Why don't you go and watch anime? Like with the volume up really high."
and the headphones on. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't do that. Yeah,
And yeah, sure enough, Okabe was right. Actually, he is still in charge of the Rounders, as FB, and is still working for CERN, but does not know who those people were because he wanted to talk to Okabe about that too.
yeah, yeah. He doesn't know them. They're not part of the Rounders, part of some other group. It seems.
Yep.
And basically, Okabe argues to the point that he's doesn't need to worry about him in the sense that I knew this beforehand and never
Yes.
broke any or things that it would get me in trouble.
Nobody knows that I know this information because in this timeline, I don't know this information or shouldn't know this information.
Or he just knows the information, I think he says.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying though. Is like that's the kind of the rationale there. This he has all of that prior knowledge from the other timeline,
Yeah.
And he says that to, well, not that, but he says, nobody here knows that I know this, so you're good. You don't need to be worried about like anything that anyone might say. You're safe.
Yeah. And then they kind of agreed to work together to
Yes.
to stop my Nai getting into danger. And
Yep.
uh, and then Suza, does Suza appear at this point?
She's been there the whole time.
Yeah. And then she basically says that the Suza and Kuriki will work in the shop.
Kagari.
Yeah, Kagari. Kagari will work in the
Yeah.
shop. New girl.
New girl. And he's like, well, I'm only paying you but one wage for the two of you.
And they're like, yeah, that's fine. And he's like, oh no, Suza was like cheapskate. And he's like,
Yep.
watch it, you.
He still
um,
wasn't keen on it, but then Nai was like, oh, please let them. She's obviously been listening into this part.
yeah,
And it's like, please let them come to work here. And
yeah,
yeah, they've decided that that's the best way to protect Nai in the short term.
yeah, yeah. So, did we miss a bit where Mrs. Roko talks to Suza? Because
I think that might be before this bit where Ruka's having Ruka Ruka's frustrated that Okabe doesn't see is like giving them things to do but never explaining what it is or why. And I think Ruka is worried or sad that they're not being given more information. They feel like they're not being trusted. And what is it? Suzaha sort of explains that I think Okabe, you're the last person Okabe wants to tell these things to because you're like the last bastion of normality in a world where everything is broken and complicated. That Ruka's sort of his kind of reminder of normal.
yeah, and I think also she didn't just say it's Okabe. It's like it's everyone that's kind of done that
Yeah, yeah, like Ruka's the anchor of that normality.
because Ruka kind of jumps on kind of like you seem to call Okabe Uncle Okabe, and uh, new girl. 'Cause I can't remember her name at all.
Kagari.
Kagari. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to have mentioned Mayuri in her sleep and call her mummy.
Yeah.
And you seem really, we seem like your family type thing, and that's kind of, and like I don't get it, and it's like I can't tell you that because it just you can't know that yet.
Yep.
But I think that's the same thing that Mayuri was doing with Ruka in the
Mm-hmm.
last episode. It's basically it's a form of protection to her.
Fair. I still don't see it like that.
I mean it's
It could be both.
still comes along the line of there's going to be a lot happening.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so in all this thing, so they've done the Ruka thing, got the part-time job, doing the protection. Maho is unable to talk to Amadeus,
Yep. Still locked out.
still locked out, like he got hacked or something. Professor is missing. He seems to have went AWOL at a time like
Mm-hmm.
this, which is even more suspicious.
Yeah.
And the friends, the trio of Mayuri friends all meet up with Yuki. Is that her name?
Yes, that's the mum.
Yeah, that's the mum. Meet
Yeah.
with her and state the crazy shit that happened the night before, and says, "Well, why haven't you phoned the police?" It's like, oh well, they
Okabe said
didn't
not to.
they didn't want to do that. Yeah.
I said,
And
didn't
it's
they
like
have guns? Yes.
that's that's quite unusual for like Japan. I think
Yeah.
that was Daru's take on it. Um,
Yeah.
anyway, and then they come up to a point, and Yuki's wrist has a bandage around it,
A bandage on it.
and they go, "What happened to your arm?" "Oh, I
It's an
had
accident at work.
an accident at work," and it's like, "Dum dum dum."
I knew it.
You knew it,
I knew it before that. Before that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the point where I was like, maybe it's Judy, but then I realized that the only person who knew exactly where they were going to be and was the only person who wasn't with them
Uh huh.
was Yuki.
Yeah. I mean,
And there had to be something. It couldn't be that simple. This is just Daru's wife of the future. Had to be more complicated than that. She has to. It has to be a divide crossing relationship.
oh, it has to be, eh? Just because this anime hasn't been
Nothing
straight.
simple.
It's
No,
all over the
nothing
place.
simple.
This one's
It
all
is
over
all
the
over the
place.
place. And this has to be. This is it. This is the big kind of inflection point for Daru. I think is where we're going to find out that Yuki is who's in charge of that splinter group. Who are
Oh, I
trying to capture Kaguri.
don't think she's in charge, man. I just think
Oh no, of that group.
I think
That
she's just a lackey. And she's like the higher up in that.
I meant the group of people that were there.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the professor and Judge Judy.
I I'm I almost feel like the professor is maybe a patsy.
Oh, probably. You know what?
Like just there to like he has access to information and funding
Mm-hmm.
and they're just going to utilize that until they have no use for him.
Possibly, possibly. That's probably partly the thing, but we'll find out. There's still
Mm-hmm.
many episodes to go, and this is not the end of this one.
Well, yeah, we've got this last bit that's about to happen.
Oh yeah, yeah, last bit. So he's on the phone to Mao about how you can't access Amadeus and no one can, and then he gets a call
From Amadeus.
from Amadeus, and he's like, "What? What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening?" Akira. Anyway,
Yeah.
um, and then and then he answers it, and then it's a broken up message from Amadeus, I think, or Caruso.
Yep. Who is in trouble.
Yeah, help! I'm in trouble! Ah! And then he's like, and he then it kind of
So
goes to a diversion number, ends on a diversion number.
this is my worst nightmare, this bit.
This is what needs time lead.
Yep. And then after all of that confusion over, oh, it's the reading Steiner, or is it? Or is he jumping between world lines? What's happening? And after that conversation, he actually returns
Ah,
to the other, or goes
well,
to another timeline.
it goes to another timeline. Literally ends on the diversion number,
Yep.
and that's the end of that
Oh
episode.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
because he sees that. Does he not
No,
see that Kurusu is alive?
no,
That's the last bit.
no,
I think it is.
no. That's the start of the credits of the intro. Next episode
Is it?
is, I swear.
I think the bit that ends that episode is he sees that she's alive, and the bit where we start the next one is where we find out that Mayuri is dead.
Nope.
Hmm.
No, no.
I'll
Uh,
take your word for it. Okay, so we end the episode and he's jumped world lines.
Certainly the version
Spoilers.
of appears.
Yeah, which certainly heavily suggests that that is the case.
Yeah, yeah,
And that is the end of the episode.
yep. End of the episode. Just make
How do
that
you rate
clear.
this one?
Oh, it's going places. It's like what? Time loop now. What?
Yeah,
Woo.
I didn't need any more time looping.
No, just Okabe. He didn't want it.
No, I genuinely feel so bad for him.
Um, yeah, it's good. I like it. It was kind of the intrigue. It's setting up things, though at the same time, I'm still not too sure about Yuki actually being the biker girl. I mean,
No,
it's set up so obviously it's her,
I know it's
and
almost too obvious.
it's like nah, no, maybe
The
it's
only
Suzuha runs into her and on the street and they go fighting the biker girl and she's hurt herself and that.
I don't know. The only reason I felt more like holy shit was because I started thinking that at the time before we'd seen the bandage on the wrist.
Yeah, I mean
It's like
it's
shit.
to be honest, man. I think what you'll find out is it's like every murder mystery. You'll find out who the biker girl is, and the last.
It's actually a Mayuri from another world line.
Oh shit, that could be it. Nah,
Fuck. It better not be.
it's Muri from another world line, or Muri from another world line is it's a Muri that's in this world line. That's taken
What if it's Suzuha from another world line?
Suzuha from another world line. I mean, it could be so much. Could be
Oh
anything.
my
It
god.
could be some random new character that's
Fuck.
it just appears. It's the clone of
Uh,
Kuritsu.
ah. Okay, what did you rate it?
I think it's staying strong at this. A 9. Good 9.
Yeah, I would agree. Uh and with that we have in fact come to the end of our episode of talking about was it 6 and 7 today?
6 and 7.
Holy shit, it kicks off in 6 and 7.
I mean, there's still like another. I don't know. Was it 24 episodes?
There are 23 episodes in an OVA.
Oh, there's an OVA for this one too.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Ah.
One thing I will
So
say about it's getting to the point where so no, maybe the next two episodes, but feels like a game more than an anime in the sense all conversations has like that weird theme music in it. Like
yes, okay, I know the one you mean.
yeah, and then you have like oh, I mean all the kind of the theme music's in the it's like tension music,
Well,
and then
yeah,
and then the
it reminds me
conversation
of
music.
Phoenix Wright. It
Yeah.
reminds me of Phoenix Wright when you get it right in the courtroom and he goes objection, and then there's silence for a little bit and he goes. It's like starts explaining everything. You're right. It has that total vibe to it.
Yeah, and the Darrow interaction when he's like being a weird creep is like Animal Crossing music.
Yeah. It's like Animal Crossing music. I was actually going to say that as well. I forgot to mention that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what?
Oh God.
What's Animal Crossing doing here?
Incredible. Well, we've done it. We've ended another episode. We'll be back next week to talk about more Steins Gate. Who's That Anime is an anime podcast and can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime, and as I said, can be found at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Audible, Amazon Music, Spotify, and a million other places, and anywhere where you can use an RSS feed. We have a Facebook group. That's facebook.com/Who's That Anime, and there you can see when we release new episodes and the occasional anime meme. If you like what we do, we don't get paid for any of this. So if you wanted to leave us a review, that'd be amazing. 5 stars, always welcome. Anything less with some constructive criticism, absolutely still welcome. But again, if you like what you do, we do, then it would be super cool if you could tell a friend and get them involved and get them to listen to. We also have a Discord where you can join and talk anime, etc., etc. Again, the link for the Discord is in the show notes. We have a YouTube channel. That's youtube.com, and if you search for the channel Who's That Anime, the link again in the description show notes. Colin, where are we at with episodes on the YouTube channel?
Oh, we should have episodes. Our acts 1 to 6 uh of Steins should be uploaded and should be
Holy
online.
moly. We're
That's right.
catching up.
We're talking about Steins the original series
Yep,
on
we're
YouTube.
catching up. Cool. It's awesome to finally be catching up. And other than that, Colin and I both like to play some video games every now and then. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. There are archives of all of the stuff that we've done on those channels, on YouTube channels as well. Those are all in the links for the show notes as well. And I think that is us.
Yeah, yeah. I've been playing Academia Dodgeball on the Xbox.
How is that?
That's a weird RPG dodgeball game where you do battles in a dodgeball format
Fair enough. Fair enough.
set in a school, and everyone challenges you.
I think I've heard of that actually. Is that on Game Pass?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. Yeah, that's why I'm
Yeah,
playing it. I wouldn't be playing it
yeah.
otherwise.
I think I might have heard of that. I'm playing Picross E6, so
As always playing a Picross of some sort.
they're so good. They're so good.
How many Picrosses is there?
So there were. I'm playing E6 on the 3DS. There were 8 released in UK, but 9 released worldwide. And that was the E series, the downloadable ones. And then there was also Picross 3D 2, round 2, which was on the 3DS. And then before that, you had Picross and Picross 3D. And then there's the Picross series on the Switch, which I think there are 7 of now. There's also the Twilight Princess Picross game and a Pokemon Picross game on 3DS. And then there's a load of other Picross games that I've picked up that are not official Nintendo ones.
Yeah, so they would be called Picross. They would call
Yeah.
Nemos.
Nanograms, I think is the
Nanograms.
what was it? There's a Hatsune Miku one that I played. Logic Paint is what it's called. That was awesome. I got like 30 hours into that.
Oh Jesus! Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Like those games are great. They're real good.
Yeah, I play Nanocross games on my old phone.
Oh, the Konami one, that was really good.
I played the Konami one, but it wasn't. No, it's just like random generic Nanocross things.
There is also Murder by Numbers, which is a visual novel mixed with Picross.
What?
It's really good.
What? No, does not compute.
It's set in the 80s,
Uh-huh.
and you're a detective with a robot sidekick, and you search for evidence. And when you find a piece of evidence, you have to complete a Picross to unravel the evidence.
Got one question, right?
Okay.
When did robots come an 80s thing?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
I don't remember robots being a thing in the 80s when I was alive.
Oh, well, I mean, you had like Short Circuit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and you got Terminator,
Yeah.
but I was more meaning like, you know, solving murders.
I don't know
They're the
about that.
ones. They're the ones that usually.
They're the ones that do the murders.
Do the murders. They like
Yeah,
only way to save mankind is to kill you all, or
it's a
the
fair point.
the only way to like humans are inferior, we must destroy. And
True.
on that happy note, I think we should probably go. See you next week, guys. Have a fun time thinking about robots in the 80s.
Woo.
Woo.
We'll be back
Yeah.
next week to talk about episodes 8 and 9 of Steins Gate Zero.
Yep. See you then.
Say the line. Say the line.
This time.
So close. So close. Try again.
Same anime time, same anime place.
Same anime place, same anime time.
Same.
You've got me questioning what it is now. We did it. Go.
Same anime
Bail out.
place.
Bail out. Bail out. Go. Go.
All right. See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye, folks. Bye.
Bye.